Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat, and today is Tuesday, December 8th, 2020. I'm just gonna move my mic up a little bit. Today we are streaming in 1080p, 60 frames per second, at a bitrate of 7,500 kilobits per second. Oh my god, he's done it! Well, someone somewhere has done it. I don't know if it was necessarily me, but yeah, my connection is good today. Somehow, some way, some shape, some form. I have 0 dropped frames at a reasonable bitrate and a better overall resolution and frame rate than usual. I also have low latency mode on today. Not ultra low latency. We'll build up to that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it does look like the latency is better than it usually is. Usually there's like a 30+ second delay. Now it seems like more like 15 or 10, something like that. Little bit, not huge, but it's good. It's good! Now, as for why I'm able to actually stream in a much better quality today, it could just be that my internet service provider has finished up with upgrades to the network infrastructure in my neighborhood. I don't know. They don't make that data publicly available. Because reasons. I don't get it. They're the only ones in this city operating really fast internet, cable version internet, and it's just weird. It's just weird. So Verizon Fios is available in every other city around my current city. I'm in Norfolk, Virginia, and every other surrounding city has Verizon Fios, except for us. Why? No, there's no reason given why it was not included among the initial batch of contracts for Verizon Fios, and they have stated since like 2010 or something like that, for the last 10 years, that they are not expanding into new markets with Verizon Fios. It's just really weird and frustrating that that is the case, leaving Cox the only option in the city of Norfolk, Virginia. So it's not been very nice lately. It has not been. And for reference, it does not appear as if Cox has an exclusivity agreement with the city either. So it's not as if Verizon Fios couldn't expand into our area. It's just that they are refusing to expand into our area and not saying why. I can make a guess that something untoward may have happened between Cox and Verizon to keep them out of this city. I wouldn't put it past them, but I'm not gonna make that definitive statement either. What is going on? What? Huh? Why am I? Who's here? Is Kitty here messing with my green screen? Or is that just air blowing? That may just be air blowing behind me. I'm like, what is that? Hello? The kitties should be about to eat. Again? Again? Shadow? Shadow? I don't know. What is... Why is reality? I don't know. Don't get it. It's draped. It's draped. So we are very high quality today. That is the main thing. I also... Last time I talked about how I had fixed a... Bah. Be good. Be good. I fixed a router last time. A wireless router. Asus. And I had it in here, in this room, because that was the most obvious thing, was to have it just where I currently have the wireless, but it's a different device. It is a different device, and I actually remembered quite late that I've got an Ethernet wire running all the way to the other end of the house, where I actually need the coverage. I don't need the coverage of the wireless in this room. I really don't. And this room is a converted garage with cinder block walls. Cinder block walls. And this was the origin point of our wireless service on the one end of the house, not even in the middle of the house, on the one end of it. So the other end of the house, the signal would have to go through cinder block to get to the other end of the house. Yeah. It may be a small house, but, well, small-ish. 1,600 square feet, approximately. And there was trouble on the other end. So now the source of the wireless is on the other end of the house. I used the cable that I had run out into the living room for my mother to use for her laptop. Again, why? What is with you today? Light shining above me. What is happening? Have the kittens made you bad now? I'll have to adjust that more. I've got 3 lights as well that should be helping. 1, 2, 3. And it's not. Because reasons. Raisin. Might just be too close to the back of the chair and it's shadowing. I don't get it. I don't understand. Fighting with green screen. That's what all of you come here to watch, right? Anyway. It's there. I'm happy. Everyone else is happy. They've got the access to the wireless, and we don't have to switch over to the LTE, which we don't have as unlimited yet. That is actually something that is going to switch over come like Christmas, actually. Right after Christmas is when the is when the thing is going to switch over. Oh, you know what it probably is? I may have moved the webcam to be, yeah, yeah. You know, it would help if I don't have the webcam going that low, and if I actually sat up straight. Yeah, that would probably help a little bit. There we go. Now we're looking good. So that's what I had to really say about that. Everything has been great, magnificent, awesome, wonderful with the wireless internet. I've got most of the devices switched over at this point. Just a couple remain that need to get switched over, and the internet upload rate has been great. I'm now streaming at 7,500 kilobits at 1080p 60. The webcam does not do 60, so that's a little bit of guessing on the computer side to make it look like 60 for the webcam feed. I would need to get a 60 frame per second webcam in order to actually, you know, truly be able to stream my beautiful face at the full 60, at the way it's supposed to be. Cough, cough. Cough, cough, cough. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. I would need a better webcam. Anyway, what did we do last time? I don't know. Also, I would, of course, like to absolutely make sure that I thank a viewer for gifting me a copy of Satisfactory. That is something I really do need to talk about. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Meghorn? However that's pronounced. Hey, where's my, list? It is Mr. Meglom. That's it. Mr. Meglom gifted me Satisfactory as an early birthday present. Thank you so very much for that. So what do you say we stream Satisfactory tomorrow? How does that sound? Yay, nay? Yays, nays? First playthrough Satisfactory? I won't call it exactly blind because I've seen some content of Satisfactory before, but you know, first playthrough. And yes, I know there's a whole bunch of rigmarole going around about the whole blind playthrough thing and Twitch being Twitch lately, and you know, I am definitely on the side of still using the term blind playthrough. Definitely on that side of things. It's in this case with me with Satisfactory, it actually doesn't quite apply because I have seen Satisfactory being played before, and I sort of do know what I'm getting into with Satisfactory, so it's not exactly going to be blind, but it is very much going to be the first time that I have played through Satisfactory, and I would like to do that with all of you. So how does that sound? Do you think you'd watch if I streamed tomorrow at the usual time? Some initial playthrough of Satisfactory? I'll say some initial. I don't know how consistent that would be to keep streaming it, keep making the content of it, but we can at least stream it the day and see how things go from there. Okay. Last time I finished up getting the nitric acid, I think. Something along those lines. And set up the remaining... I set up the remaining 3 leaching processes. The rubite crystals, the stearite crystals, and the sapphirite crystals. And I had to ore sort for silver. I did that to even get into the nitric acid. And I set up gold, titanium, and worked through the infrastructure for cobalt. Today, we are going to actually make some plates out of all of those, ideally, and go on from there. I will need to get into lots of things. Lots of things. I think I'm going to take a slight detour for production science once I finish off this cobalt, though, because production science packs are purple science are 3 things that we have the ability to make on demand, like anywhere. I can just set up a train station that makes these 3 things. It's really easy. It's just a matter of doing it. Doesn't require anything new, is the main point there. And that will allow me to get into actual purple science techs, you know, like extra inventory slots, extra robot. No, that's pink. That's pink. What's purple? Where's purple? It gets us into level 4 stuff that's actually going to use titanium and reinforced bricks. That's a good reason to think about doing the purple science. Although, yeah, I could do that. I could do that at purple immediately. I'm just trying to look at some of this, and it's like, I don't really have the silicon nitride yet. I don't have the logic boards yet. Do I really want to go into production science before having logic boards? That is a great point. Hello, Michael Lynch. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. For the day today, the very high quality 1080p, 70 frames per second streaming at 7500 kilobits per second. It's glorious and magnificent that I'm able to do this today. I make 0 guarantees that it's going to be like this from now on. Purple science does unlock copper tungsten, but that means I have to get tungsten. It unlocks nitinol processing. That is good. Yes, it's amazing now. It could go higher if I was so tempted. I could stream at full 10 megabit, 12 megabit, 15 megabit if I really wanted to, actually, because the upload rate at this moment in time, using the website testmy.net, they have it at pretty close to 30 megabits. It's like 27-ish, and that's actually what we're paying for. We're paying for 30 on the upload, so thank the gods, it's actually where it's supposed to be for what we're paying. Like, the whole up to thing with the rates, it's like, sure, I don't expect it to be exactly 30 at all times. I don't expect the download to be exactly 300 at all times. But I expect it to at least be in the 200s for download and the 20s for upload. Right? One would hope. Like 200, 250s plus, approaching 300, ideally 300 at all times, ideally 30 at all times, but during congestion, maybe 25s, 20s. We've been getting 5 at best at times, 3 at times. I do think part of this has been moving devices onto the separate wireless router. I think that has been part of the solution here. Getting fewer devices being controlled, routed with the modem itself. What may also help will be getting a new modem that doesn't have wireless built in, that is more modern and has a more powerful processor and all that. That should be good. That should be great. I should have everything that I need to actually make some progress here, so let's head on over to the Cobalt zone. That's step 1 for the day today. But I also think that Cox has been upgrading the network infrastructure across the city the entire time, and I think they've finally got around to this area, most likely at some point these past few days, just to make sure that everyone is getting the rates that they're supposed to get. Since I'm sure there's been lots of complaints. There's so many complaints about Cox as internet service provider. So many. But what's changed lately with the service and just the whole of the everything about 2020 is that now people are making complaints straight to the FCC. And yeah, the ISPs are absolutely taking action because of numerous complaints to the FCC. Okay, I need bobmonium, rubite, and stereotyte. That's fine. That's steer, bob, and rube. Okay. Bring those in for me. If I made an RPG thing where I made of the element cobalt, what would it be? What? And what would my father and mother... What? An RPG thing where I was made of an element of cobalt. Like, what? What would the RPG be and what would that... What? I don't understand. I don't do roleplay much, period. This stuff. Stereotyte on... Oops. Stereotyte. Ammonium. Cobalt is an element, so... I don't know what you mean. If you're referring to a mineral that is made of a couple of elements of things, then that would make more sense, but cobalt's cobalt. It's made from cobalt. It is what it is. Rubite, crystals. Correction, it's made from the element before cobalt. It's made from stuff. Things. Yes, I can understand the radioactive stuff that degrades into other elements. Not so much like metal. That is metal. I mean, I understand we get iron from stars exploding. But still, all elements are made from a previous element through explosions and lots of energy being released. That's about as far as I am willing to comprehend. Also, still getting those little hitches from time to time. Where is my stereotyte? Probably lacking because I have several things requesting stereotyte and only one train to move the stereotyte. Same with rubite, I have several things. Several of these stations here are requesting rubite, and I only have one train to move them around across the base. But what I will do now is set up these trains that are going to provide the wonderful stuff. Let's go. This is cobalt. Supply, depot, full cargo, circuit condition. And you can be set to automatic because you are good to go. Next one's titanium. Let's get this titanium flowing. Hello. How's my ollie? You gonna go? You gonna go on the back? Huh? How's ollie? Yes, you ring your bell. You ring that bell. Oh, speaking of the kittens, on my Discord server, I did post. I made a new text channel on my server and posted a whole bunch of pictures of the kittens he left me. I'm sad. Ollie. There's cat pictures now on Discord. It's glorious. I hope everyone can see them. This one's titanium. Supply depot full cargo circuit condition. You are limited, right? Yes. Go. Gold. Gold is very important because it's needed to get into the next level of circuit. Which I should probably do soon. We're actually going to do that next. The green circuits. I'll call them green circuits. They're green because of shinies. Shinies. That's the word. Gold. Supply depot full cargo circuit condition, and you can do your stuff once you get fuel. There you go. Enjoy the fuel. That's the hybrid ore sorting. I do need to get into gold plates before I can get into those logic boards, electronic logic boards. So that's what we're gonna do first. I hope. And once the, Okay. I now have cat in the box. There is an empty box on a tower of boxes, and Ollie just tried to jump onto the top box of the top highest tower of boxes and is now in the box. And he just fell over, taking the box with him all the way to the floor. Are you okay, Ollie? He just literally took a ball straight to the floor in a box. Kittens. Thank you for informing me that I had an empty box up there, Ollie. I need cobalt. Cobalt plus titanium equals blue catalysts. Another very key form of catalyst that I need. Alright, just making sure everything is still going wonderfully. We have 0 dropped frames today, which is just fantastic. I need to make a new factory at this point. I need to get into the train that I've had. I also need to define 3 new source priorities for gold. Gold. For titanium. And for cobalt. There we go. we're good to go now. Where shall I build this? Probably one of these. Up here. Now, the way that I usually do this is I provide the ingots onto the network and then have a separate factory processing the ingots into plates. This is primarily due to ingots being involved with lots of other processes. But I think in the case of gold, the gold ingots... Oh, really? They get used for chloroauric acid? That's part of that. Oh, you loop ingots. I see. Right. Right. So the... Yeah. So to make the chloroauric acid, you need to use some of your ingots with nitric and hydrochloric that then get used to make the cathodes that make more ingots. So you're looping back some of your ingots in this process. I mean, Is it worth? Is it really worth? I think it's worth. Purple. Does purple not give me this? It absolutely does. This must be why I had originally said to do purple before doing this processing. Because I would like to go through the cyanide method here. Sodium gold cyanide, that's gonna be the best output, and I'm likely gonna be using coils for this. I need some plates of gold, because it's the gold plates that get used on the green circuits and many modules. And then I need the wire. The wire coil gets used in the blue level of circuits, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, we need both of them, but I want to do the best possible process I can do for it, so I think we actually are going to go over to Science Zone here and build out a factory at Science Zone for the purple science. There we go. Production shall happen. This is somehow faster to take that big loop-de. You're slowing down. Oh, because there was a train there. Why did it let me pass before? I don't know. I don't get it. Off we go to science. So how are folks today, and how is the quality of the stream? Are you having issues at the highest level of stream quality? Because I do have low latency mode enabled right now as well. Have I ever tried random Torio? No, I have not. I have not attempted any of that. It is amazing. Okay, good. I hope so. I hope it's not as pixely either. Like, I hope there's not as much of the artifacting stuff going on with this. Now, 7,500 kilobits per second on a 1080p 60 stream is only like average overall quality. If I really wanted to get highest possible quality 1080p 60, I would need to stream at like twice the bitrate, 15 to 20. But I think YouTube would recommend at the high end like 12-ish at 1080p 60. I could push it 1440p and get a higher bitrate there, but that's not gonna do much for those watching at 1080. Anyway, it's good. It's fine. What do I need to bring in for production science? Hi, production science. There you are. I need to make 3 of these things. So I need that stuff, I need that stuff, and I need that stuff. Steel is steel, iron is iron. Duh. Pipe is iron. Stone bricks are provided on the network, as is. So iron, steel, BEBs, BCBs, okay. And electronic circuit boards. And stone bricks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 6? Is that accurate? Pretty sure. 6 in, 1 out. Iron, steel, 3 different circuits, and stone bricks. Cool. I should pin that. Thanks. Pin! Gib, pin! I need that times many. Destroy all things. Kill the trees. Kill all of the trees. I shouldn't be killing the trees with this ammo type, but, you know, whatever. Go. Go away. Go away, trees. They are not welcome here. The ultimate enemy. Speaking of which, there is currently a vote going on for what should follow up the Factorio series. If you have not voted yet, please go to that link that I have now posted into the chat and vote for what shall follow the Factorio playthrough, which has now ended. By the way, you have until Friday? Friday-ish, I think, something like that. It was a week-long poll. I'm anticipating that we're gonna still be playing Factorio on whatever replaces Factorio. I'm anticipating. I did not seem happy playing Factorio. I don't know what you were thinking. I was pretty happy. Especially at the end. What the heck happened here? Huh? 6, okay. I was quite happy with Factorio, with Factorio by the end. There's some changes that I would probably make to it, but I think it's a much better balanced system than a lot of the other overhaul mods that exist right now. Including Angels, and including the Pie Suite. I do say that Factorio is the best starting point right now for anyone who wants to get into playing Factorio modded, because it is very much a vanilla plus or vanilla extended type of overhaul mod. That's how it feels. And if you play it thinking in those terms, then it'll be a fantastic experience. Just it's more of vanilla rather than a complete reimagining of a lot of the mechanics / addition of more mechanics. Just uses what's there rather than adds more to it. Like, fundamentally, ore processing is the same-ish. It adds an enrichment process to make things better output. That's one step additional to things. Angels, the whole basis of Angels is refining from these fantasy ores to something usable through a whole bunch of steps. I am depressed sometimes. Well, I am depressed, period. Like, that is how I am. I seem depressed. That's my personality type. I may be depressed. Who knows? Who knows? I may actually genuinely be. Anyway. I need to assign these to things. This will be request iron at production science. I also have symptoms of autism spectrum disorder. That much I know. I have symptoms. Nothing diagnosed, but I do seem to have symptoms of that. I fundamentally dislike all forms of social interaction. Just fundamentally, I am incredibly introverted, and it's actually far more stressful for me to attempt to socialize with people than it is to just sit and relax and play video games. Steel supply, request steel at production science. Did I say S or R? R. Request electronic circuit or basic circuit boards at production science 1. Request BEBs at production science 1. Request CBs at production science 1. And request stone bricks at production science 1. And for reference, if I have actually been clinically depressed, I've been clinically depressed for 13 to 14 plus years at this point, off and on. So let's keep in mind, for me, this is my natural state of being. And I am okay with my natural state of being. Let's get these things requested actually coming in. We need iron. Iron. There you are. Iron plates. Steel. Steel plates. Like, seriously though, go back and watch my first videos that I ever posted on YouTube. Like, go back and say that I'm depressed now. By comparison. Like, seriously, there's a big difference. Really big difference. now compared to however many years ago. It was 2011, so like 9 years ago. If you can actually make yourself watch that old content. I think it's Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion as the Goths is the oldest playthrough that is available on my channel right now. And that was recorded 1 month, approximately, before my father passed away. So you tell me how I felt then versus how I present myself now, and see how much of a difference there is in that. What am I even looking for? Circuits. Where are you? Circuits! There you are. I need these. Basic circuit boards. I need these basic electronic boards. I need these electronic circuit boards. And I need stone bricks, which are somewhere. Somewhere we've got stone bricks. Where? Here? Those are not stone bricks. Okay. Stone brick. Oh, they are under metallurgy. But, there. Please tell me I actually have these. Yes, I do. Right. There's steel. How about iron? Huh? How about you bring some iron? That would be great. Bring some iron. Please. Please, iron. That is a lot of pipe. That is a pretty big amount of iron. As iron. Just for one purple science. Wow. That is also a ton of steel. The perpetual issue of iron and steel. I should not mix these. At least not yet, anyway. Alright, let's see. These various different circuits are all used in separate things. Oh, great. Alright. Sure, fine. Whatever, we'll keep it. We'll keep it separate. Here. I guess here as well. That'll be that. Guess the trains have to travel a fair distance. Alright. There's all of that. Next, I need to get rid of all that wood from my inventory. That's big first step. Let's get these intermediates out of the way, slash quote-unquote final products in the iron pipes. Pipes are here. Iron. Glorious iron pipes. And over here, iron gear wheels, steel gear wheels. And then somewhere down here, we're going to be making the buildings, the actual buildings. Let's go with you into you. Maybe have a 2 gap there. Then somewhere down here, we're going to have the furnaces. Where's the regular electric furnace? Whoa. Where is normal? electric furnace recipe. Here? That's metal mixing. Electric furnace, there you go. And finally, the chemical plant, which should be right here. There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna have a thingy like that. There. And then probably something along those lines. Outputting there. I may do something like this. For that. And, yeah. How much is shared between these? Just the steel. And you need the steel gears. As the only thing that needs the steel gears. Yeah, I like being future-proof on a lot of this stuff. My steel will come in and it will merge up there. So that way I will have steel gears and steel plates on a belt. And let's get this up here. And do that, and that'll give me the stuff. How much have you missed? Not much. I have, at this point, managed to have the cobalt flow. We now have cobalt ore going, and we have all of the other stuff on trains for gold, titanium, and cobalt, and now I am working on getting into purple science, production science, so that I can unlock the next, the third tier of gold refining. That is the pellet pressed gold, or into ingots process. That is what we are doing at this point in time. I should actually offload these onto that. Yeah. Yeah? No. Am I going to do it anyway? That's a great question. Yeah, sure, we'll do it anyway. This is iron. It will go up here. It will go down and split and do all this wonderful stuff because it needs to come in this way. That needs to go there because that's the steel. Steel is still on its... What? Oh. Am I... My car is in the way. My locomotive. Yeah, you. Hey, buddy. Go there. Thanks. We had a bit of a backup there, because the entry was blocked. There's things. Interesting that the circuits arrived first. Then the stone brick. Where's the steel? There's the steel. Still no iron. Of course, still no iron. Need input there. Steel goes in on this guy as steel. I need iron gear wheels and basic electronic boards. Steel, iron gear wheels, and the boards. Seriously? So the thing is, this has steel with steel gear wheels, not iron gear wheels. That needs iron gear wheels, that needs iron gear wheels, so ideally, this is gonna have iron gear wheels on it. And iron. And that is gonna have steel and bebs. But I need to get only the steel and bebs. And bebs go to 2 things. This is fun. Do I keep steel with the gear wheels, the steel gear wheels on it? I don't know. And of course the iron gear wheels have the pipe too. Which this needs the pipe. So shouldn't I do pipe and steel gear wheels together? Yes, I should do pipe and steel gear wheels together, and I should do... Yeah, I should do the steel here. Having the iron gears, it's fine. So now this will be the iron gears with steel, and the steel gears with iron will come in, I guess, here. You don't need this, because I can have stone brick and ECBs together. Oh hey! I can have stone brick and ECBs together! Huzzah! There you go. There you go, and then the steel from there. And then I can have the steel gear wheel iron pipe belt. So the iron... Oof. 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 1 tile, please. There you go. Steel gears, iron pipe. And then I need to get into these 2 things. Iron plates, iron gear wheels, basic circuit boards. Now the iron plates are here. I can probably get that with the basic circuit boards, because nothing else will use iron as iron plates, and nothing else uses the basic circuit boards. And the iron gear wheels get used here anyway. Basic electronic boards will have to be this thing, and then this input here. That needs to be the iron plate basic circuit board stuff. Alright, there's that, and then... Yes, I do need a, something else. This needs to be the steel gear wheels and pipe. Steel with iron gear wheels are coming in, so I do need one more for the basic boards. Don't like having to do that, but I will. I shall. There we go. That should be that. Just provide power and the output belts. Actually gonna do that. All the way down, down, and apparently 6. Making the production science. Where does science live again? What tab? There, that tab. Speaking of which, pink is going to require cobalt steel for the quote-unquote logistic science packs. Yeah, express belts are going to be the hard part. I'm already making the flying robot frames, technically, for my logistic network, and I'm already making brass chests. Or, I'm able to make brass chests, I should say, because I have the brass. I just don't have the cobalt steel to make the blue belt and filter inserter. That's going to be a very fun, with a capital FU, factory to build the train station for. Because essentially to do the belt and the inserter, you have to just climb the ladder from the yellow belt to red belt, well, the gray belt to yellow belt to red belt to blue belt, and the yellow inserter to red inserter to blue inserter on all of that, which is just, it's just fantastic! Fantastic stuff to have to deal with. There are now 52 votes on that poll for what should follow Factorio, and Vanilla 1.1 Factorio is absolutely in the lead, as I was expecting, and it's almost, not quite twice as many votes. At least 1.5 times as many votes as the number 2. I am somewhat surprised by the other results, though, that Subnautica has so many votes for it, as well as Stardew and Planet Coaster. Like, these are things I was expecting, like, 2-3 votes for at most, and I expected most all to go to Factorio 1.1, or just Factorio period. I'm pretty sure I could just insert any version of Factorio as a vote, and people will vote for it because Factorio. Thank you so much for the subscription. Hope you enjoy the content going forward. It looks like we're going to be in for even more Factorio going forward. On the pre-recorded content. Of course, tomorrow, by the way, I am thinking of doing a playthrough of Satisfactory. Starting up some of that tomorrow. I don't usually stream on Wednesdays, but I think that I will make a bit of an exception. Because there was a lot of kindness and in the gifting me of the copy of the game. Let's go back. Thank once again Mr. Megalom for gifting me a copy of Satisfactory. after last stream as an early birthday present. Thank you again so much for all of that wonderful kindness. So let's make content of it, shall we? I have not played Satisfactory yet. I have watched content of it in the past. I watched Nilaus stream a little bit of it, play a little bit of it early on. I have not really seen any of it after the like pipes. Like, I haven't seen anything involving the pipes. I haven't really had a look at like the researched ratios and how to like what the building mechanics are really like. It's not fresh in my mind, so it'll be fun figuring things out for the first time. I hope people watch. I know that some people like Ave are not too keen on the first person thing, that they get motion sick easily. I fully understand that. Fully understand, even though I personally am not subject to motion sickness in the slightest. Oh hey, we have purple science. 3 whole units of purple science. It's glorious. Celebrations. We have science. I should probably limit that to 1 stack each wagon. I did not go back to my mall yet to pick up additional coal, so you know what? You're going to be supplied by wood. Supply production depot. Depot production science 1. S production science 1. Copy that down. Production! Full cargo and circuit condition, and we are good to go. I hope. I hope we're good to go. We have more production science coming in. This is taking forever for some reason. It might be the fact that this is 1125 science. I'm gonna close out all of that so that I can start working towards getting into the gold processing that I want. Where is that? That is here. This research. So I need to get into all of these other techs. Metallurgy 4, strand casting 4, 3 actually, and the ore processing 3, and then I can pick up this. Wow, so that's 2, 4, 700, 800 units of science-ish. We've got 24. Yeah. We've got 24. Ideally, this would move at 1 per second, but yeah. Iron and copper. Iron and copper plates. Do I have multiple trains on iron and copper? I may not. I have multiple iron ingot trains, but what about the actual iron plates? I have 1 iron plate train, and I have 1 steel plate train, meaning that even though I am actually full on steel plates, and I am full on iron plates, that is a problem. Alright, first step is to restock with fuel at the mall with some coal. Just to give my trains that I'm about to build some stuff. Do something with the gas wells in the middle of my base. That's the starting zone. I tend to try to ignore what's in the starting zone overall. I attempt to get rid of stuff, but I don't think I'm really going to this time around. We're gonna use what we've got, make use of every resource I've built so far, unless I really need this space. When I do gas well stuff, I will be doing it out here where we have finally found a real gas well patch to work with. That's when I'll do gas stuff. I'll do it when I do it. That's the idea. I'm not gonna just drop everything that I'm currently working on to go and do the gas well stuff right now. It's not how we do things around here. Occasionally I will drop stuff if there's good reason to, but there's no real good reason to just drop everything to work on gas well stuff. Alright, I have some amounts of coal, I hope. Dudes? Ah, they are bringing me from a different source. Cool, I'll take a few more units of all of that stuff. Why? Because I'm about to add, like, 4 trains, and I only carry around enough for 3. So we are going to go all the way over here to solve this little problem with lack of trains for the amount of resources that need to get delivered to the various factories around the base. This is why multiple trains can be better than singular trains that hold a lot, by the way. In case you were not aware, oftentimes it is far more important to have the trains moving, having more trains moving, than having fewer trains with more stuff. At least that's my personal preference. Because you're gonna end up with lots of factories needing individual things. You'd rather have them moving than not moving, right? For extended periods of time. Because you're gonna have to, like, it's gonna take a long time, usually, for wagons to fill. I'm actually overdoing it by letting it do 2 like that. Especially when it's only that much in. Yeah, we're gonna limit to like 1. Even then, that's pushing it. Iron. Plate. Supply depot. Full cargo. Circuit condition. And I like trains. I like trains. Up. A lot. Saved that one from total annihilation. Have fuel and go. So that's 3 locomotives now on iron, able to deliver their loads of iron to the various places around the base that need it. I may need more. I may need more than 3 as time passes. We shall see. We shall really see. Hopefully not. Hopefully the 3 trains, as I start demanding more stuff at individual factories, will be able to handle it as I upgrade the trains and the wagons and all that. You have nothing? Oh. It would help if I would actually place the inserters. Have placed inserters. Well, that would have been nice. Alright, give you stuff. Limit this to 1. Probably should limit it more, but whatever. Steel! Supply steel plates. Depot steel plates. Full cargo circuit condition. You're coming in to load. You're gonna also have the same. And we have one more to add once you start going. Okay, fuel and go. Good. Good. More trains. More better. See, they're all on active missions right now, which is... And same with the iron, all on active missions. What's going to eventually happen, they will catch up, hopefully. If it stays this way and I don't have them sitting in a depot waiting for another mission, after, like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or so, I will have to do something about that, add additional trains. Or, if I see... Ideally, what I'll see is that these will be empty. That's the quote-unquote ideal situation, is that with these extra trains holding additional stuff, delivering across the base, eventually this should run out, because I'm pretty sure my base demands more iron and more steel than I'm currently producing. Then I'll know that I'm no longer limited by the logistics of the trains themselves, I'm limited just by my production capacity. And then we have to adjust the production capacity. Okay, so that means... Actually, I need to go over to... you... Oh, and I have to... Right. Duh. We need to define production science. O sciences, wherefore art thou? I never did define the production science priority. Save that, and then... Oh, pff, this guy isn't even full yet. Cool. Great job. Great job, buddy. 79 and 80. Why these two in particular? Oh, it's just the ability of this to run? It's operating fully. Did I not assign enough? Oh. Yeah, you know, it would help if I would actually have paid attention to my numbers here. I just did like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 all the way down, and I didn't pay any attention to any of that. Cool. Let's go back and address that so I can actually get the 1 per second that I've designed for, or that I have intended for. Hello. Welcome. We have an Ollie. He's a squirmy boy. Yes, Mr. Squirmy. There's a tail. There's a tail. Hello. Hello, Ollie. Welcome to the desk. Welcome to the desk. What are you gonna do on my desk, Mr. Ollie? He's looking through the crack. Looking through the crack of the closet at the... Oh. Yeah, that's a thing. This is a little ball of aluminum foil. That was the wrapper of a chocolate bar. Real chocolate bar. And this is toy. Yes, this is toy. Hey Ollie, you gonna come to the back of the chair to play with toy? It's a toy, right? He's staring at me. Hey, Ollie. Oh, there's Dolly too. Off he goes. Off he goes after the ball of foil. How are those babies doing? Where's my dolly? I'm just looking over and they're both sitting there. You gonna come say hi? Come say hi. No, I'm just sitting here and being pretty. I needed 2 on the iron. And I needed 2 on the furnace and the chem plant. Alright. There we go. I need that. And I need that. What? Oh. Oh, right, that. Duh. Recipes. Recipes are good. What's going on? What's going on behind me? Hello, Dolly? Staring at me with those great big eyes. Okay, that should fix everything. No. 2 pipe. 2 on pipe. There we go. Double on pipe. Double on gears. Double on chem plants. Double on electric furnaces. Now it should be flowing at a whole 1 per second of the sciences. Yay. We have purple science now. Glorious. So, in the meantime, while 800 science accrues, the second furnace machine has no steel. The second furnace has no steel. Right, because that. Cool. Thank you. Always, Vicky, always paying attention to these things. Very, very close attention to all of these things. I'm hoping it's a lot easier to pay attention to these things with the quality level of the stream increased significantly today. Okay. Speaking of which, so I need to wait for 800 seconds to go past, to go by, at least. I wanted to see, okay, it is requested up at science. That was a biggie to make sure about, and that's the point that I was gonna look at. This is why we check things. I was gonna go over there anyway, just to see, A, am I requesting the purple science to begin with? B, is it actually getting into the science labs? It's not actually getting delivered to the science labs, so I need to go out, and I need to take this line and actually looks like add a whole bunch. Oh, and I'm apparently limited by blue science too. Cool. Let's get this all brought down. Finalize our stuff here. For reference, you will never see me daisy chaining on the science labs. And the reason for that is that daisy chaining inserters have time. They're not instant on the loading into the next machine, and during that period of time where they are holding onto a science pack, trying to deliver it to the next item, machine in the chain, you're not actually doing science during that period of time. And if you have a line of like 5 or 10 or however many daisy-chained science labs with inserters between them, well, that's that many inserters worth of swing time you have to take into account with how much you're throwing at for your science. And it has to do that swing individually for each science pack that you're loading into the machines. So it adds up, and it compounds itself on longer chains the longer the chain is. It becomes an issue. An issue. And I don't like that. I don't like that behavior, and having the labs just not operate for periods of time. You see big jumps. Hello. Meow. It's Dolly. The Dolly came to say hello. Yes, how's my Dolly? How's my pretty girl? How's that pretty girl? She's lost her bell, by the way, on her collar. She's not had it for like over a month. Just so as we're clear, something happened to the little bell on her collar. So we can't tell where she is anymore. We can't. She's stealth kitty. Yes, you're starting to squirm. Ollie's got his bell, so we know where he is, because we'll hear his bell ring, but not so much the Dolly anymore. Yes, she's getting comfy on the desk, laying down next to me, exactly where she wants to be. Well, we're actually like 3 minutes from the regularly scheduled break. Yes, my Dolly. If you want to see pictures of the kittens, by the way, I have added a channel on my Discord server. The link is in the description below the video to access the Discord server. I have added a pet pics channel for anyone to post pet pics. And I've put in pictures of Ollie and Dolly as they've been growing up. As the kittens have been growing up. Not all of the pictures I've ever taken of them, but some of the good ones. Better ones, I should say. Some of the better ones, including ones where she's had her baby. Of Dolly playing with her favorite baby. Her favorite baby. It's not her favorite toy. Really. It's her baby. She takes it with her at all times. Not all times, but she likes it. She likes playing with it. Her favorite thing that she plays with is bottle caps. That you'll get Dolly's attention from across the house if you throw a bottle cap onto hardwood floor. She'll come running to play with bottle cap. Not so much the little stuffy baby. Oddly enough, that particular toy that she loves to play with, her baby, has a little insert in the belly for little balls of catnip. It's designed for these little compact balls that they have now of the catnip, and they should be old enough by now to have catnip affecting them, but I haven't really noticed exactly. And they are almost 9 months old. They're about a week. They are 1 week away from being 9 months old, these kittens. Oh, how fast the 9 months has gone by. Or the however many months it's been since we have brought them home on the adoption day. So, that is my alarm. Speaking of going by really quickly, this first half of the stream has gone by really quickly. I am now going to take the regularly scheduled break for a few minutes. I think I'm gonna let the game run during that period of time so that I can actually get into the Advanced Gold Smelting 3. So I will be back shortly. Just getting up, stretching the legs, and doing all that. And I have returned. Welcome back. So, of course, 3-ish minutes going by and not even strand casting has gotten picked up. Yay! We still need to get a lot. A lot of science. So in the meantime, let's plan out what this gold factory is going to look like as I accrue purple science and start and process the science. So gold ingot will be the first of the various processes. I don't think I need gold ingots for anything else of note, though. If I'm doing the sodium gold cyanide method. This is going to produce sodium hydroxide. Hello. It's Ollie. Hello, Ollie. Would you not continue to destroy my green screen? Hi. Hello, my boy. The gray boy. Gray boy with his red collar. With the reddest collar. You can easily see his collar because he's so dark. Sodium cyanide is going to be the issue here. That's going to need sodium through some method. It will need ammonia through some method, and it will need green catalysts. Now, we know that ammonia is also going to use red catalysts. And carbon. I have the carbon. I'm not worried about the carbon. This will also produce excess hydrogen. Interesting. Very interesting. Sodium is going to be the result. I'm looking for sodium as a result. Oh. It makes sodium cyanide, so it's looking at all things that have the name sodium in it as a result. So we've got electrolysis of sodium hydroxide with electrodes to make sodium. I think that's going to be the method. I think that is going to be the method that I use here. If I want straight up sodium. Because otherwise, I don't... There's salt into sodium with chlorine. But no, I think that the sodium hydroxide will be the way. But sodium hydroxide may be the thing that's limiting my blue science. It is not. I have plenty of that. So the limiting is... what? Engine units? Steel. Steel for engine units, I'm pretty sure, is the thing that is being limiting right now. Those are electric engine units. What about the engine units? Where did I build that factory? Uh-oh. Engine units. The enginist of units. It is a train count issue. Of course it is. Of course it is. It is just an issue of the trains not moving enough stuff. And I don't have enough trains. So, mission 1. Go to the engine unit factory and add in additional locomotive action at the engine unit factory. That is where again? Up where? Here. There. Go there, please. How is that faster? Hold up. How is that the fastest way to get there? Like, it's up and over and down. Up and what? No, I'm going to add a locomotive to the engine unit factory. I need to be there to add. Place from my inventory to this new factory. Or to this engine unit factory. We're going to do 2 things here. We're going to try to increase the amount stored. I guess 1 line is still going to be too much, but it's only 2 requests anyway, I think, for engine units. Supply. Depot. Full cargo circuit condition. Go. Theoretically, yeah, I can place a train anywhere and just tell it to go here. I just prefer being here to make sure that I can set the limits properly. And I can check the internal... Like, you can see a number, but unless you can see how many stacks that actually is, I just work better seeing the stack size. And besides, I would also want to change this train, and I don't feel like messing with things. I need to see, physically see stuff, info. It's like, oh yeah, 462 and 264. How many stacks is that? It's 6. It says 6. It says 10, but okay, well 10. That's one line. Do I want to have to think about that being one line of stuff in here versus not one line of stuff in here? Half a line? I just prefer to go to these places to do that, and sometimes I may need to actually expand things. Maybe there's an issue that needs to get addressed in the actual production too. Just best practices to go there. Well, all that time spent, we are almost done with the gold smelting 3. This will have the effect, ideally, of helping to speed up the process of making blue science, chemical science, which will speed up science in general. I hope. I pray that that will be the case. So let's head out to this area where we are going to be doing the gold stuffs. The gold stuffs. I am carrying around... I am not carrying around... Stop. To the mall. I need electrodes. Electrolysis electrodes. Let's grab 400 of them. I can get rid of the... at least one stack of the... catalyzer thingies. Free up some of the inventory space. Ah, right. I also need to make sure that I have everything else going down the line. You know, like the pellet press stuff and the ingots. So, really this needs to be reversed by saying, hey, I've got 15 gold ore in. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to be like 30. Because I know that at stage 3, processing, pellet press processing, you double the ingots of the ore that you throw in. Just in general, across all of the Angels processing stuff, it is a 1 to 2 ore in to ingots out, no matter everything that happens in the process. Now, stage 2, I think it's 1.5. The ratio is 1.5, so it's like 22.5. In this case, is what it would go from. It would go from 15 times 1.5. Yeah, 22.5. Net out. It's a little bit more than that with gold, because stage 2 gold loops back some ingots to make the chloric acid, or whatever the heck it's called. Ollie, you're hot. You're warm. You're a warm boy. Let's get that tail draped. He is very warm boy today. Then again, I'm also wearing like cotton. I'm wearing a cotton shirt. So, mostly cotton, I think. It's a little itchy. It's a little itchy. It was on sale at Target for like $6 when I originally bought it. It was on clearance. I was very happy to get a shirt on clearance that looks fairly decent. Anyway, yeah, so those are numbers. This is also a lot of stuff things. I don't have level 3, the ability to make level 3 on these buildings. I have level 3 blast furnaces. I should have level 2 chemical? I don't see why I wouldn't have level 2 chemical furnaces. I do. Meaning I can change this to level 2 and default and apply it. I'm actually going to need more than 10. I need a few chemical furnaces here. This is going to take in carbon, because that's what I'm going to have over here. I will need water, I will need oxygen, but I produce oxygen? Oh yeah, and I need to clean the electrolyzers. So this will just need to be a thing existing here. I don't have matrix on, so if I lower this to here, there we go. That should work out just fine. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That is a good build. The problem, even though it is a good build, is that this needs iron, copper, aluminium, silver, gold ore, sodium hydroxide, and carbon. 7 inputs. And I need the infrastructure to make the nitrogen. That's going to overproduce an oxygen, as it seems. Funny, it seems like this is the preferred method. Because this is 6667, this is 6667. It's almost as if it was planned. I can almost guarantee that it was planned, that this was the intended way of getting into the sodium for the cyanide to get into the gold cyanide. Because you get the sodium hydroxide back. This doesn't actually need sodium hydroxide in. It loops precisely how much it needs. And the oxygen loops precisely as much it needs. You need to make the initial oxygen to fill it, and you need to have enough of the sodium hydroxide to loop it on your belts. And of course, you reuse your electrolyzers. You just wash, basically, the electrolyzers, so it's pure water in, ultimately. A little bit of clarifying on here to get rid of those. A little bit of burning the excess oxygen out of this to make sure that you have the nitrogen for the ammonia. Guess it doesn't really matter how you get your ammonia for this. That is one of the main expenses. So really, it's just the 4 ores, carbon, and gold. 6 main inputs. So I need to grab sodium hydroxide. I'm not bringing any into the mall because I don't need anything in here yet. Alright, good to know. Let's get some sodium hydroxide, I guess. That's the next step. How's my inventory doing? Fine. I can grab a few stacks of the sodium hydroxide, which I think is being made up here. Sodium hydroxide supply. Let's get going, shall we? Going all the way up here. We are here. Moving right along as fast as we can go. Why are you going not using this? Like, seriously, why are you not using this? Did I screw something up there? Like, what? Oh. I did. Huh. That would be why. This explains everything. So, just a few units of that, because it loops. Let's fix that, shall we? Has a target science output for this base been decided upon yet? I don't think so. I don't know if we're going to have an exact target on the science output. Maybe I'll keep it at 10, just to be somewhat reasonable. Somewhat reasonable. We'll see if that's even reasonable to do 10. So I guess I can get all of the other good stuffs. Like the pellet press, cobalt processing, that's really good. Better steel, cobalt plus steel plus nickel to get lots of steel. Sure. Let's have all three things used in the different things. Let's have the Invar and the cobalt steel stuff all get used to make just more steel. More steel. More steel is awesome. Better titanium. That's chlorine. Cool. There's one more after you. Wow. Utility science needed for that. Excellent. Pellet press zinc. Uses sulfuric. Needs oxygen, makes sulfur dioxide. Uses sulfuric to get cathodes. Cathodes to ingots. Cool, I'll take that. I'll take... not the manganese, and not the chrome, the aluminium. And then I can think about the manganese and chrome, but... maybe... yeah, like, the rest doesn't really matter of this purple science stuff, really. Really does not. The blue circuit stuff... I need to get into the silicon nitride still before it becomes relevant. This heavy water stuff, I don't know. Brass 3, copper, lead, zinc. I don't think I'm going to use it. That's pink science, so really it's just this stuff that we have to look at right now. I guess the silver zinc batteries are fine for the moment. We have arrived. Let's make sure all the signals are good on this. There we go. Oh hey, I'm blocking some trains. Let's head on over. Now they can use that as the shortcut to go up. I hope. Jeez, no one was using the right-hand lane here this entire time because of a stupid radar in the way. These things happen. from time to time. I went to the mall just because that was to keep me moving, to get me moving, but I need to come out this way. There is an inserter capacity tech upgrade here, but I was primarily looking at the purple science stuff. I will take that. It will come in handy. Stack inserter capacity directly makes my bulk rail loaders slash bulk rail unloaders better, because they are pretty much just stack inserters in disguise. And warehouses, they're combined entity of stack inserter and warehouse. My coffee's cold. I was actually looking at Keurig machines last night before going to bed, and I've always had this desire to see if there is a way to just have a Keurig machine get a direct water feed. Just hook a water line up to it so that you don't have to keep refilling the stupid thing. It's annoying to have to refill the tank over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because with our current machine, it needs daily we refill the thing. Every single day, I have to refill it because we drink a lot of coffee around here. We drink a lot of coffee around here. And we go through the whole tank of our classic Keurig. I would like to not have to do that, but yeah. So as it turns out, this is actually a thing that exists. You can do it. The thing is, the official Keurigs, in order to do it with an official Keurig, you have to have a commercial model of the Keurig device, a current commercial model, so we're talking like over $250 to get a commercial model, another $100 to get a tank designed to be direct water fed, and all of the tubing and fittings and filters are separate. So to do it, it's possible, but we're talking like $450, $500 to really do it properly and have a direct feed, water line fed water Keurig machine. But it's a thing. It's gonna be up there on my wish list one day. One day. Just one of those quality of life things I would love to have. Just a direct water feed Keurig or something along those lines. Probably cheaper just to do a direct water feed decanter pot. That might be better. Just get rid of the whole concept of using a Keurig. Just do regular decanter carafe pot stuff and do it that way. I needed 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is really long at this point, but this is where I'm doing all the, like, ingot stuff. By the way, how many are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will need a full-sized intersection there, just like this. There we go. that'll give me a good method of scaling out the space as we go forward. Oh hey, it's Mr. Meglom. Thank you so much for the copy of the Satisfactory. I've now thanked you several times today's stream. I was thinking of streaming it tomorrow. My quote-unquote first playthrough of Satisfactory. At least the beginning of my first playthrough of Satisfactory. We'll see how many people decide to show up, considering I've just announced this at the last minute and I haven't put any thought into, like, marketing that I'm going to be doing this. Yes, I did use the word marketing, because that's exactly what it is. It is marketing that needs to be done to get people to show up. Okay. This build. I'm sure Ollie will very much enjoy that time that we will spend together tomorrow. Oh boy, this is a build. This is a build. I'll say that with certainty. Let's see, so carbon should be towards the top here, just the way that I'm thinking of building this. Usual time, yes, usual time. Tomorrow. That I stream 10 a.m. Eastern until about 1 p.m. Eastern when I stream. That just is the best time that works for me to stream. I tried to avoid streaming when other very popular people stream, but, you know, there's no way to fully dodge that. Yeah, because evening times, I'm tired by evening. I don't know how much I can really do, how much attention I can really pay to stream in the evenings, even though it ends up being better for many people to watch in the US. So the vast majority of people who watch my streams are actually not US. It's very interesting. How much have you missed, Moon? I don't know. How much? If you're referring to stuff I have done since taking the break, over this past half hour, I have fixed engine units, getting to their proper locations by adding a locomotive to engine units. I have acquired sodium hydroxide. I have come up with my plan. And that's basically it, really. Not much. Not much is the answer to that. Alright, you are going to request iron ore at gold ingots 1. Oh, that's the other point. Gold ingot. These are only used in making molten gold, and there's only one molten gold. So do I really need to provide these ingots onto my network? Like, does it make any sense to provide these ingots on the network when I know they're not used in anything else? I can make the same argument with silver and titanium. Not cobalt. I know cobalt gets used in other ingot and other molten recipes. Gold isn't. Silver, I don't think is. Nickel is. Aluminium, I think, is used in other stuff. Pretty sure the zinc is too. A lot of it. A lot of the ingots get used in other things, but not gold. So, rather than this, I actually need to keep going. that isn't a recipe that is used for anything, that gold powder. So we have to actually keep going here, all the way up into the wire coils and sheet coils, but I'll worry about how I use the molten that we get later. The ratio is what? What is this ratio? Uh, 10 to 1, so this would make 300 out of 50. Oh, right. 0. Out of 15 ore. Break that down as well. Show me the everything on this build. Oh boy. Oh, glorious. So this is most of the build. I'll have to use the gold, too, to make the plates and things. And we have to do all of this in this much width. In this space, right in here. It's glorious. Yeah, that'll save me a lot of effort, shall we say. Our copper ore at gold. Gold? Just gold? Because it's not ingots, it's plates and... well, it's sheets of plates and coils of wire. Oh, right, coils of wire are going to need copper molten in, so I'll need to keep expanding this upwards. Onwards and upwards. I'll need another supply station as well. Supply gold sheets 1 is what I'll call that one. Iron ore. The ironiest. And the copperiest. Supply aluminium ore at gold 1. Supply silver ore at gold 1, because, yep, we're going to use silver ore at gold. Supply gold ore at gold. Supply request. There we go. Aluminium. And silver. And gold. And carbon. Whereas carbon. There you go. Carbon. Okay. We should be good now. Now, somewhere else I've done similar. Over here at nitric. So I will grab that glorious setup. It'll get used there and there. That is that. Let's get all of these, like, sodium gold, the sodium cyanide. Everything up to sodium cyanide. Let's get that sorted. Just blah, 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 all of that. All the way up to sodium gold cyanide, sure. Why not? Huh. My echo, my dot just did a thing. Okay. Air. It all begins with air. The compressed variety. You know, the stuff that makes the kittens scatter. Glorious compressed air. Hell mod. Remember faster than straight trains. What do you mean? What do you mean hell mod? Hell mod. This is hell mod. Doing stuff. And things. How many chem plants am I using? A few? You make me beautiful things. Make me this here. What is going on? Hello? Performance? Game? Game? What is going on? What is going on, game? I need this to fill up the initial cycling. Just like I need the nitrogen. There's gonna be these probably going up. That's that. I want what? I need water. Pure water. That will be next. Where's my doohickeys? Trains think that curves faster than straight. Yes, that is true. Oh right, I need to. You? There. We have a bit of a traffic jam because of that. Whoopsies. Yes, come in, come and play. All these wonderful trains. Yeah, you're talking about how they like going around the outer edge of these larger intersections. Yeah, they somehow are thinking that going around is faster than just going straight through. It's like, huh, interesting. Somehow curving around they think is faster. But here, this was just an issue. I had a thingy not existing. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, give me water purification. This makes like 200. I need 160 something. Clarify that. There's my pure water. That doesn't need to be that high. I can do this here. I need the pure water oh, I need actually 266. Oh, okay. That is 2 of you, actually. So that needs to get shifted. Like here. Yeah. I need 120 something. Wait, what? I need... Why do you say I need 6667 when I have that twice? Something oh, it produces. Right. Alright. Sure. It loops. Error. Uh-oh. We're dropping frames. We're dropping frames. Oh no. Oh no. We're dropping. We're dropping frames. Oh no. What has happened? Oh, we couldn't maintain the speeds for 3 hours. What? Oh no, 13,000 drop frames. It looks like we're dropping to less than 5,000 kilobits. Less than 5,000 kilobits. So there should be some buffering right now, I'm imagining. Some drop frames, slide showiness a little bit from these drop frames. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the bitrate. Ooh, it dropped down to 3K. What? Yep, looks like my upload rate died again. Seriously though. Like, what? Why you do this? So I will take it down, it'll come back up, and it should get better. It shouldn't end the stream either, because I have auto stop off on the back end. It'll come back soon. Soon? I hope. I have to figure out what I'm gonna set it. Okay. I should be back at this point at a lower bitrate. There are some dropped frames. Just a few. Just a few drop frames. We're gonna hit that auto stop to be off again. There we go, just in case. Okay, we are at 4,000 kilobits. There's 200 drop frames, but it's stabilizing now. This is not a good bitrate for 1080p 60, so it'll look a little bit worse, but we've got like another 40-ish minutes left in today's stream, and I can't really change resolution, frame rate stuff without YouTube complaining a lot. So I have to just keep the bitrate lowered. Oh god, it dipped down to 1,000. Oh boy, why does it do this? Like, what device? Like, what device is getting added / turning on in this house that would do that? I'm assuming it's some sort of a device that's going on. Or who in the neighborhood is, like, drastically beating up the upload rate? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Cox decided, oh hey, let's at noon go do more work on the network. Reduce speeds again. I don't know. What I do know is that I got 2 hours of good internet quality for my streaming, and now it died. Great. Okay. Well then, I don't actually need 2 of these, as has been determined now. Don't need 2. I need the 1, and I need a chem plant. That's gonna take care of washing the electrolyzer stuff. Where's it? What? There it is. You're gonna have that in, and that, and that. You're going to void these 2 things. 1 tile over, please. Yep, I do apologize for drop frames and all that happening. It was really only a matter of time, I guess. So unfortunate. So unfortunate that the internet was the internet today. It gave us a good amount of stuff things, right? I hope. Gosh, the perpetual struggle. The perpetual struggle to have internet upload rate. The kitty is still sitting here on my shoulder. Hi. How's the Ollie? How's Ollie? You making me feel good? Yes. Okay. Because in case you weren't noticing, you've got rear end of kitten going on here on my shoulder. That's technically that thing. It needs to have an input and an output. Oh boy. Hi. Bye-bye. More weight on neck, sure. That'll go over well. There we go. That'll be that. I hope. I pray. It absolutely falls in between. Next, we have the electrolysis for the sodium. We've got 2 electrolyzers making sodium out of sodium hydroxide and the electrolyzers. Or the electrodes, excuse me. This will be the sodium hydroxide. Filter. Filter. Stack. Filter. Filter. You are filtering for the used electrodes. You are filtering for the sodium. This purified water. What do I want it to cycle? What do I want it to cycle with? Because this can just supply this and we can be good at just like this. I will need to top up other stuff. Hello, Ave! Welcome. Welcome, I have kitten. You missed the good part of the stream. As in the quality part of the stream. The very high quality part of the stream, and now you get to experience the frame drop part of the stream, because my internet has gotten lower. A lot lower. Suddenly. It decided to die. Looks like we're maintaining a solid-ish output now. But, yeah, I was streaming at 7,500 kilobits at 1080p. 60 frames. It was great. Magnificent stuff. I don't actually need to produce the initial amount of oxygen. So that doesn't need to exist. Yes, it was great. It was great, solid, and then several thousand, tens of thousands of drop frames. Suddenly. For no reason whatsoever. I have no idea what happened. It just died. Just, oh, you pay for 30 megabits up? No, you're gonna get 4. You shall have 4 of your 30 that's being paid for. Oh, right, I was gonna do this, that, that, that. So in terms of actual progress that you've missed, Ave, I now have purple science. And Mr. Meglom was very kind after the last stream and gifted me a copy of Satisfactory. So we are going to be playing Satisfactory tomorrow on stream at the usual time. The first playthrough of Satisfactory shall happen tomorrow. Yes, and I know that you have your issues with the motion sickness stuff. Can this even support 6.67 off of one of these? I think so. I wouldn't know the feeling of motion sickness. I am completely immune. 100% immune to motion sickness. I need to make the ammonia for this. So really what I'm saying is I need to copy that setup pretty much in its entirety to paste up here. Except this is not going to make that stuff, this is going to make under this tab something else. What? Sodium cyanide. That stuff. Oh, joy, that's actually super fun. I need filter inserters. Oh, this is glorious. You need to... Oh, I don't need to filter on the pickup, I need to filter on the output. Filter the empty catalyst carrier, wherever those exist. Hello, there you are. And, you know, just input here 2 more solids, carbon plus sodium. So somewhere sodium needs to make its way there. Yeah, and in like my best example of how I know I am immune completely to motion sickness, Skyrim VR on PC completely allows you to disable all of the shenanigans that prevent motion sickness. It lets you turn off all of it so that you actually have standard walking in it, not this teleporting BS. And with controller, what I can do is I can just circle, just spin in circles, sitting in my chair with the Oculus on. I can just sit there, take the camera control, just switch it to spin, and I can spin in place in Skyrim with all of the shenanigans to prevent motion sickness disabled. It's wonderful. I'm just fine. It looks weird, but I can sit and I can spin and I can do all that sort of stuff. I'm just immune to the everything, I guess. Nitrogen. This is nitrogen. Glorious, beautiful nitrogen input, and this is the ammonia. I don't actually need 2 of you. I need 1 of you for the ammonia. There we go. I need some carriers. For that, I need just as many ish for that. And that'll have the sodium and carbon. The hydrogen gets voided, I think. It's just 1 building, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure, even if this isn't liquefier, but chem plant, that it's still just 1. Just gotta pay attention to building counts. Gotta make sure we pay attention to building counts, and then filter inserter on the output, outputting the sodium cyanide. And we're good from here, right? I hope. Oh, right, hydrogen. Is that a 1-to-1? It is a 2-to-1. Or 1-to-2. 1-to-2. That's weird. But I'll take it. I am okay with doing that. Always. Always okay with that. I just have to provide an initial supply of something. Hydrogen. An initial supply. What is the best way to give an initial supply of hydrogen here? Oh boy. That's the question. Yeah, because I need the ammonia. So the initial supply will need to be a little bit of electrolysis. Of pure water. Now, I don't even need all that much, really. I just need an amount. Like 1 cycle to get it moving is all I need. Like 1 batch of 50 to do 1 cycle of ammonia, I think. 1 cycle of ammonia gives 100. This uses 30. Yeah, so 1 cycle pretty much will do it. Once we get all of this powered, it'll be glorious. Oh, these drop frames, my god. I brought the bitrate down to like 4,500 kilobits, and it's still not low enough. Jeez. I brought it to 4,000, and it's not low enough on the kilobit per second. Still getting drop frames, 6.4% right now. 4,140 drop frames. This has been my life. I just don't know why the upload rate has been so variable. This is the best way to put it. It's been so variable. Like today I was celebrating having wonderful quality of internet that was like that the entire morning from last night into today. It was in the upper 20s megabits per second upload rate, and then now it's like I'd probably peg it at 5 and fluctuating to 3. Like, what happened? I don't know. I truly don't know what happened. Well, that can move as soon as stuff happens. What about the water? The pure water goes in on these chemical furnaces that are the next step. That need to process gold pellets. So really the next step is the 5 and 5. Into 5 pellet presses. Interesting, it's 1-to-1 with the same mark level. I remember on the initial stream of ABX that I did when I first was starting consistently streaming, I had these very elaborate builds for Angel's processing of ores, and it really didn't do me any favors, ultimately, most of the time, because of just because ingots get used in so many other things. It was very hard to get better processes for ingots going into molten stuff. Because I would build direct insertion of the processed into pellets, into furnaces, into the induction furnaces, and casting, all together one full singular build, and that's not really a great way to design in Angels. Because the ingots get used in more than just making that initial molten of what it is. They get used in a lot of stuff overall. So that should be the pellets. Done. So those are those. And that. And that. And that. And that. And that. All the way up now on to those chemical furnaces. Right up here. 5 glorious chemical furnaces. First time, I think, maybe, using these. We are making sodium gold cyanide. Glorious sodium gold cyanide. I would not want to be in the same room as sodium gold cyanide, I think. I think that's going to be one of those substances that you'd want to be nowhere in the close vicinity of ever. Anything involving the word cyanide is like, nope. Do not want to be anywhere near that. We're going to share a belt of that stuff. Pretty sure that's the spacing I'm gonna go with. Decent throughput on each one is required. And it's 2 items out, but I'm going to filter inserter, I think. Wow, that is high throughput. Wow. Okay. Can't one stack inserter. I don't think one stack inserter is going to be able to handle that. Fortunately, this means I can do that, that, and that. That should be good. And we are going to filter the sodium hydroxide on the other side. That's going to come down here. Meow. Meow. How's the dolly? I hear dolly. Meow. Where is she? Where is she? Yes. Meow. Meow. Come here. Dolly and Ollie together at last. In the same frame at the same time. There are two kittens. There are two kittens. They are the same age. They are siblings. They were rescues from North Carolina, like 4-hour drive east direction. Yes, my dolly. Pretty dolly wants some attention. Yes, it's a pretty girl. Pretty girl. Dominant girl. She whoops his butt. She whoops Ollie's butt. He knows who's boss. Dolly's the boss. She's smaller than him, but she wins. She knows how to use what she's got better than he does. To win their arguments. Okay. What do I want next? What do I need to do now? I need to hook up the pipes. I need to hook up these pipes. So I need... oh. That there. This will be pure water. This pure water is the pure water output of this guy. Same thing with the oxygen. It is the oxygen output of this guy. There we go. I think that's that. Pretty sure that's that, and then it goes up, and it goes over, and it goes into another 10 chemical furnaces. These do not need a fuel source for chemical furnaces. We are making cathodes out of sodium cyanide. There we go. Strictly 1-to-1. Yes, strictly 1-to-1 process here. It is 30 in to 30 out though, so yet again, we're going to have to do the little near inserter thing. Yeah. Just gonna place these down, and 5 of them are gonna go and be near inserters. There you go. And then the furnaces. This is 30 per second out plus the thing, so we'll have this be that, there. Cool. That should fuel the furnace, the blast furnace. Where are my blast furnaces? There they are. I need 1, 2, 3. Producing gold ingots out of cathodes. Cathodes? Cathodes. The question is... What's the... Aha! Yeah. What's the throughput? 12 each. 12 each. Yeah, we're doing multi-in, multi-out on here. N. This will go directly into the induction furnaces. 5, level 3. That's a casting. Induction furnaces, giving me gold. And we'll worry about the casting once I get the Molten going. Casting into a couple of different things. Mostly sheet coils. Through strand. What the? I imagine this may be Sopple's No Animations mod doing a thing. I'm gonna guess this is Sopple's No Animations mod. Breaking somehow strand casting machine 2s. Okay. $80 into 2. 140 into 4. That is a savings of 20 total. Or shall we say 10 for every 2 coils saved of Molten. If we use coolant and do the coolant thing. Do I really want to do the coolant thing right now? Oh god, that can do it too. I can do coolant there. It may be time. It may be time to think about the coolant stuff. That uses 105, that uses 52. I'm making 300. So I can have like 2 of each. God, this looks stupid. I would need to bring in copper molten, if I even have the molten copper for that. Let's see, what techs? That tech. That tech. That tech. That tech. Are these purple? Yes, they are. Oh. Yes, they are. Aw, the inventory's not until utility. Great. Same with movement speed. Not until utility. Great. Let's get that. And that. That. Sure. Everything purple. Eventually, I'm going to confuse stuff. I will eventually get confused on the purple and pink. That's one of the things I don't like on the design of the extra technology level. It's just, I get so very confused between the purple and the pink. What have you missed? I am still working on gold. You missed how strand casting machines are cloaked, apparently. I'm imagining that the No Animations mod is somehow deleting completely the sprite art for strand casting machines when it's supposed to leave you with the one. base sheet. It's supposed to leave you with this and get rid of, just deletes the animation stuff, but I guess there's something with naming on these. It makes their base stuff that named too similarly to the animation. That's probably what's going on there. It's way too similar of names. So I can turn this on now. I know I set it up to use coolant and things. We'll think about that once everything else moves. And consider the plan for that going into our next stream of this. Oh yeah, that just needs a cycle of hydrogen. I'm gonna use thingies. I'm gonna use thingies, and I'm gonna let it do its cycle. Hello. You do your cycles, and then you can cease existence. There you go. How are we looking? Let's go. There. That's all good. There's all of that, and then just bring this up and get that powered. Yeah, it could be in the sprite itself if there's just a blank first frame of a sprite animation. Might just be blank. Who knows? Don't know if that's affecting the other levels of that particular building, though. Okay, how is this looking? I need to give it the ores. The ores would be good to make the stuff. You know, making stuff. Making catalysts. There's the first step. That makes the red catalyst. That gives me that. Then I have to do the green catalysts. There's the green catalysts. Hey, we got sodium. Oh. Right. I hate... I really hate doing that. Oh well. One asymmetric inserter in the entire base, that's fine. Whatever. One asymmetric inserter. I could have just put this here, and I could put that there. Just shift that over to there. Make that, stick that there. Now I don't have an asymmetric inserter. Yay! I really dislike the asymmetric configurations because they end up being slower primarily, and they don't look good. They don't look good. They look awful. And it looks like we've got everything flowing now. I will be fine on the amounts of stuff in each system, I think. I think it should be just fine on the everything here. And this will actually produce excess amounts of hydrogen for me. So there's that. That's all taken care of. Leaving me with gold in its molten form. Wow. That is the most complex Angels ore processing that we have done thus far. The most complex. And it didn't really seem all that bad because it's stuff that we've done mostly. I mean, we've done this catalyst stuff for ammonia already, and we've used ammonia with a green catalyst already. It's just a different recipe with some solid inputs this time. It's all that it is. And we've done the water stuff, we've done the nitrogen stuff, we've not done sodium. Like, what's new here is this little loop between sodium and sodium hydroxide. But otherwise, yeah, it's neat. It is neat. Neat little build. Now, from here, we need to deal with coolant and outputs. Oh boy, outputs. So this 6 per second, 12 per second, 2. Well, I think no matter what, I think I'm gonna do things here. Just L, 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 and L. Are you reconfiguring yourself, buddy? There's a paw. There's a paw. Paw of the baby. Yes. Yes. He's got himself all over me. All over me. 7.4% drop frames. Oh, boy. These will be on separate belts in the end. So, coolant. Oh boy, what is the temperature of the coolant that I need? It needs to be 25, I think, or what? Oh boy. Oh boy, so this should make the coolant I need. It's out of base mineral, oil, and water into coolant, the initial supply of coolant. And then you get coolant, it needs to be less than or equal to 50 C for you. Less than or equal to 50 C for you. That seems pretty hot to me, but oh well. And then it will produce 300 on both of these. 300, which is going to be in that range there. Cooling from 300, so 300 down to 200. Water into steam. You can cool the steam back to water, and the water will cycle. In a closed water loop. 200, 200, 200, 200, so that makes 2 to 1, and then 1 to 25. And then just used to standard coolant with a coal filter. Great. Why do you want a coal filter? There's ceramic. I want a ceramic. That's what I want. Are you a tech I can take? Hold up, I want that. I want that. Hey, I can get that. I can get it. Do it. Do it now. NAOW. Now. That's logistic. That. I don't know, that. I don't really care exactly the text that I'm taking in the order. All I know is I want this. I want this stuff for when we make coolant. However, we have reached the end. The end of the stream for the day today. Oh joy, oh bliss. So, with the ceramics, all that you really spend here is the little bit of base mineral oil to just make the initial coolant that you need, and then the ceramics over time. The water, pure water. That's it. That's all. Pure water to do the ceramic filtering matrix. That please, and give me, I don't know. You can't really do this loop in here on this plan, but yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the hot coolant and cool it with water, and this steam will loop back to apparently pure water in a cooling tower. I mean, I guess, sure. Can I just kill steam? Killing steam would be great. That's not the correct vent. I would love to kill steam by cooling it into pure water and then getting rid of excess pure water. I wonder if this is perfect for the ceramics. I wonder if the pure water you get, it should be more than enough to clean the filters. Anyway, what did we get done today, folks? Let's begin the process of ending off the stream for the day. Started off by wrapping up the cobalt ore sorting and getting the trains set up for cobalt, titanium, and gold ores. Then went over to science and started producing purple science at about 1 per second, as long as I can provide the resources for it regularly. Went over, fixed a little bit of an issue on iron and steel in the process, adding trains to the iron and steel production facilities, plates, as well as to engine units. Just increased the trains, increased the amount of stuff held in trains, etc. for those areas. And then have headed over and down to this beautiful setup for gold so that I can start producing, ultimately, gold, in this case sheets, but gold plates and gold wires. The gold wires are not as key right now. They'll be important going into the blue circuits, the final level of circuits. We need the gold plates sooner to get into the green level of circuits and to get into modules. Soon enough, we'll be doing modules. Oh, that's gonna be super fun with a capital FU. Getting into the modules, but yeah, we got into molten gold today. It was glorious, and next time we meet for Space Angels, I will be getting the coolant to finish off this build, making the coolant and doing all the wonderful things with the coolant. And then we're going to move on probably into doing the logic boards first, because a lot of the techs that I'm able to unlock now at Purple Science are stuff I need like the logic boards for, and the titanium for, and the cobalt steel for, and reinforced bricks for, and all of that. So we're going to do all of that as we go along. I could just keep tacking onto this to-do list like forever, We have forever and a day of stuff that still needs to get done before we can even get into the end game. We're not even close to the end game yet. We're like halfway, I think. If I were to hazard a guess, I'd say we're about halfway in total. We have a lot of the base materials. We're not done with all of our base materials yet. Once we finish getting the base materials, then we can say we're good ways in on this playthrough. Then the issue will become more rather than making stuff new. Rather than new, the issue becomes more, and that's going to be a big phase of the game as well. Just getting more and scaling and module scaling and all of that beacon scaling. Oh, it'll be glorious once we get to that point. But we have to get there, and it's going to take some time. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching through all of these dropped frames here at the last 45-ish minutes of the stream. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's stream, as well as the series thus far, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff below the video. You can hit that great big blue join button to become a member of the channel, an erudite otaku. Turn that blue button gray. We're almost at 10 members. We're at 9. So one more, and I unlock another emote slot. We do have emotes. For those of you who are members, you can use those in chat and in comments. Haven't really seen many people actually using our glorious emotes, most of which are Pie Sweet right now. If we get more ideas for stuff that can replace the ones from the Pie Suite, I would be very much interested in that information. Let me know various methods of informing me of your thoughts and desires. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow for Satisfactory, and then back for more Space Angels on Thursday. I hope to see you all then.